Hi guys, it's Truth again. Alright, so everybody knows that I play World of Warcraft, okay? And I normally play on an RP server, but I decided to cancel that account completely, delete it, and start a new account. So I have, and I did it on a PvP realm, thinking that I knew how to play enough to do it. Sadly mistaken. But one thing I do know is Battlegrounds, and I am going to get really frustrated right now. I have been on Horde and I have been on Alliance, and for some reason, I just can't grasp it, Alliance sucks at PvP. And I say this only because unless it's like VOA where you're actually getting a raid group together and you're working together, you can't. So when you're doing like Warsong Gulch, for instance, especially at lower levels, people tend not to listen. But Arathi Basin, I believe is how you say that, Arathi Basin, it has to be the simplest thing in the world to win, people. It really does. Simplest thing. But Alliance just can't get it together. So I'm going to tell you how to win every freaking time. Okay? It's not that hard. When you get in, this is for Alliance only because Horde, I know you've got it together. But you need to talk to one another. Alliance is like this blank, dead air. There's no chat going on. So you're literally staring at the map, looking at people off in La La Land, not doing anything. Just number one. So first of all, tell at the beginning, especially if you're a raid leader, like hello. But anyways, if you know what you're doing, speak up and say, okay, we're taking this, this, and this, and that. First of all, right off the base, because you gotta wait to get out the gate anyway, right? So make sure you're buffed. Make sure you've got your buff foods taken, your elixirs, whatever, you're ready to go. Second thing is you should have one defined leader, and that's usually the person who speaks up first. So if you know what you're doing, speak up first. But it only takes 3 to win. That needs to be said right away, because everybody goes left, right, and center, and nobody knows what they're doing. So you have to say that right away. So people that are new to the game especially don't know how to play this yet. So it's 3 to win. There's 5. You need 3 to win. If you can keep 3 consistently, you will win regardless. Even if the Horde has already got them going, you'll win. It's just not that hard. It's, math. Third thing is when you're Alliance, there are 2 things you need to know about the Horde. First, blacksmith, so the middle ground, is their favorite thing. They like to keep it, that's where they go, and they like to have stables, because if they can, and they usually do, they like to camp the graveyard. Horde is notorious for it. Alliance doesn't do that, ever. So those are the 2 things you probably just want to stay away. Number 4, standard tactics for this. You go out, you get stables. Okay? You leave 2 people there, it's not a big deal, and you go for mine or land or the lumber mill. Fortunately, lumber mill is the highest ground in Warsong Gulch, in Arathi Basin, so you need to get it. Lumber mill is number 1. Horde usually goes to mine or lumber mill, so you have to split there, and you take whatever's first. If you get lumber mine, then you ditch. If you get lumber mill, then you ditch the mine and you go for the blacksmith, or vice versa. Because middle ground is the best one to get. The highest ground is the most important to get. When you have stables and lumber mill, then you should have somebody scouting, and it's usually a hunter because we have tracking abilities. From the very peak at the flag at Arathi Basin at lumber mill, you have visual as well as your tracking. So I'm a hunter. If you ever want to look me up, it's Aliance on Dark Iron. But seriously, I can see stables, I can see blacksmith, and I can see farm. And because I'm a hunter, I can track the Horde elsewhere in the game. So from that one location. So it's the best thing for a hunter to go to is lumber mill, set up a frost trap, put your pet on offensive, and just camp there. It sucks because you're not really fighting a lot, but you're telling the rest of the group what they need to be doing, and it helps a lot in the end. Other thing is you should have your map on in the left-hand corner on top of your action, so you can see where everybody else is. 10 to 1, there is a rogue somewhere. It shouldn't be. These are just suggestions. Last but not least, and most importantly, actually it's not the last one, it's second to last. Don't fight on the roads, people. If the horde run away, let them run away. Your job to win is to guard the flag and the zone around the flag within 10 feet. That's it. So if you're at the flag and the horde come in and they see a bunch of you and they run away, let them run away. Your job is to look after the flag. When you have 3 flags captured, you want to group up into 5 or 3 groups of 5. There's 15 raid members. There's 3 flags. Do the math. If for some reason you have a flag that's being left alone, and this is usually the case, there's usually 2 flags that they're going after constantly, and there'll be one that's left alone. If that's the case, leave 3 people there. The other 2 people can move from zone to zone where it's needed. Last but not least, this is the last one. If you do have either the stables, lumber mill, blacksmith, or the farm, you have strategic spacing to move your players. That's why Horde likes to have blacksmith, because it's right in the middle, and they usually go there, and then they can disperse their players accordingly. You'll also notice that they leave lumber mill alone if they have blacksmith and landmine, the gold mine, sorry, because the gold mine's really hard to attack, but really easy to defend because you have to go into it to get out. Whereas with the lumber mill, it's highest point advantage, right? So anyways, that's just my frustration for the day because it's annoying. I've never lost a battleground in Arathi Basin when people listen. And your number one thing to do is talk. Call your incomings. If you've got Horde incoming, call them. Now I've just put this on for Alliance, but I know Horde's going to listen to this and probably take it. But whichever, it doesn't matter. If you work as a team, you win. And there's always going to be somebody who's going to think they know something that they don't know or know better. And I'm one of them. I don't know everything there is to know about the game, but I do know what works. If someone else has something that works better, let me know. I have a question, because I don't know the answer. In Warstone Gulch, how do you even capture the flag? I know how to get the flag, but how do you actually cap it? I've never done that. I don't know how to do that. I'm afraid to get the flag for that very purpose. Anyways, have a good day, and ask me some questions. I'm dying to have some. I'm ready to go. Let me know. Talk to you later. Bye.